How far do the best soccer players in the world actually pass the ball? In this video, we're going to answer this question, and hopefully this can give you a good idea as to where math shows up in real life whenever we're talking about finding the direct distance between any two objects in real life. Let's start just by taking a standard soccer field. I'm going based off Premier League standards, so usually they're about 75 yards wide and 115 yards long. Now, if we wanted to figure out how far a left back in the bottom left-hand corner of the soccer pitch has to kick the ball, if he's trying to get the ball into the place of the right winger, way on the top right-hand corner of the field, how far is he actually sending that ball? And so we don't actually need to take out a tape measure to do this. Knowing the dimensions of the field is all the information that we need to calculate that distance of how far he's kicking that ball. If we want to figure that out, we just have to use the distance formula. So imagine we apply an XY coordinate plane. Let's say we're looking at this soccer field with a bird's eye view. Let's say that this player at the left-hand corner of the field is at our origin. And that right winger, who's way in the top right-hand corner, he's at that coordinate point 75 units away from our origin to the right and 115 units upwards from the origin. If we want to find that distance between player 1 and player 2, we can figure out exactly how far this player is kicking that ball to get to the feet of our right winger. That's a pretty long distance, but how long is it actually? That's what we're going to be exploring right now, and that's what the distance formula can help us calculate. So we know the distance formula is the distance between any 2 points is the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Now, x2 minus x1 is just fancy language for the horizontal displacement between two objects, and y2 minus y1 is the vertical displacement between any two objects. And so if we want to figure out what the direct distance is between those two players, we add those together, those two displacements together, and we take the square root of it. And that's where radicals are coming into play in real life. We have to use a radical to find the distance between these two players. And so if we plug in our points or plug in our numbers, so the horizontal displacement is 75 yards minus 0 yards, which is where our left winger is. So 75 squared is the horizontal displacement, and then 115 minus 0 just gets simplified to 115. And so if we carry on with this simplification here, 75 squared, that equals 5,625. 115 squared equals 13,225. And so if we add up those two numbers and take the square root of that, we get our answer of 137.29 yards. That is the farthest distance that any soccer player would ever need to pass the ball to someone else. That's pretty insane though, that's pretty far. And this is why soccer players train their legs so much, because they're expected to make a pass of that distance at the professional level. Anyway, thanks for watching. If there are any more topics in real life that you'd like me to connect to math, please leave me a comment down below. I'm more than happy to make another video about any of these. I love connecting math to real life in any way that I can. If you'd like to see where the distance formula is derived from, please take a look at this video that's also up on my channel. Have a great one.